There are things in life that lose their power the moment you speak them aloud. Not because the truth changes, but because not everyone deserves to hear it. You see, we live in a world where people smile at you with admiration while quietly measuring your weaknesses. A world where your dreams become targets. Your pain becomes leverage. And your vulnerability, if given to the wrong person, becomes a weapon they'll use the moment you lose their favor. So you want to live with strength? You want to walk through life untouchable? Then learn this lesson, and learn it early. Silence is power. There are things you must carry alone, not out of fear, not out of mistrust, but out of discipline. Because you don't give away the blueprint to a fortress you're still building. You don't let the world into your soul unless they've earned the key. And most haven't. Most never will. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The things you think about determine the quality of your mind." But what about the things you say? What about the words you give to people who aren't built to hold them? Every time you speak recklessly about your inner life, you dilute something sacred. And in the Stoic way of life, nothing is more sacred than your interior world. So I'll tell you now, there are 5 truths you should never share. Not with friends, not with strangers, sometimes not even with family. Because the stronger you get, the quieter you must become. The first is your deepest pain. People say, talk about it. And yes, healing requires expression. But there's a difference between release and exposure. The kind of pain that shaped you, that broke you open, that burned away your innocence. It's not something to be thrown into casual conversations. Not everyone deserves the privilege of witnessing your rebirth. Some will only see your scars and think you're weak. They won't see the fire you walked through. They'll only see the limp it left behind. You tell someone what broke you, and they will hold it in their hands like fragile glass, or they'll throw it against the wall when you least expect it. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." In the same way, don't explain your pain, transform it. Let your actions show what you've survived. Let your silence scream strength. If someone truly knows you, they'll feel the weight in your voice. You won't have to spell it out. The second thing you never share is the full extent of your goals. This world is filled with thieves of energy. People who smile while quietly hoping you fail. People who don't even hate you, but who are too weak to see someone else rise without resentment. You speak your vision, and suddenly it's being judged, questioned, doubted, before it even had a chance to grow. Seneca warned us, "A wise man is never too quick to speak, nor too slow to act." Your goals are seeds. Plant them deep. Water them in silence. Nurture them with discipline. Speak only when the roots are strong enough to withstand the wind of other people's opinions. Because if you speak too soon, you give the world permission to attack something that hasn't even begun. Let them see results, not plans. Let them ask, "How did you do it?" Not, "Do you really think you can?" The third truth you should never share is the full extent of your income, wealth, or financial moves. You want to know how people truly feel about you. Watch how they act when you succeed. Watch the discomfort behind their compliments. Watch how quickly celebration turns into silence. Money reveals people. It doesn't change them. It simply uncovers what was hidden. The moment you share how much you make, how well you're doing, or what you've acquired, 2 things happen. You become a target, or you become a benchmark. In both cases, you lose. Because now you're not seen as a person, you're seen as a status. You've surrendered your privacy for validation. And for what? True wealth is quiet. It moves in silence. It grows in the shadows. Stoicism teaches us not to boast of fortune, because fortune is temporary. What you earn, what you save, what you invest, that belongs to you. Not the timeline, not the gossip circle, not the dinner table. Let them think you're average. Let them underestimate you. It's the most powerful position you can be in. The fourth thing you should never share is your acts of kindness or charity. Do good, but don't broadcast it. Help someone, but don't narrate it. Give, but don't demand applause. Because the moment you speak of your generosity, it becomes currency for approval instead of a reflection of virtue. Marcus Aurelius said, "When you do good to others, don't remind them of it." Why? Because virtue is its own reward. If you need to tell the world you're kind, then you're not doing it for kindness. You're doing it to be seen. There's something deeply powerful in being the one who helps quietly, who gives without needing credit, who uplifts others and walks away unnoticed. That's real power. That's real humility. The kind of power that doesn't fade when the lights go out. And the fifth thing, perhaps the hardest, is this: never fully share your next move. Not because you're hiding, but because you're protecting the sacred space where your momentum lives. The moment you speak of what's next, you trigger two dangers: external noise and internal pressure. Suddenly, you're performing. Suddenly, you're accountable to people who don't even matter. And worse, you feel watched. Keep your momentum to yourself. Let your progress speak in the form of outcomes, not promises. Let your silence create tension. Let your absence create curiosity. When people can't predict you, they can't prepare for you. That is what makes you powerful. Unpredictability fueled by purpose. Now you might be wondering, does this mean we live in isolation? That we never open up, never trust, never share? No, it means you become selective, intentional, disciplined. Stoicism doesn't ask you to be cold. It asks you to be clear. Clear about what you're building. Clear about what matters. Clear about what parts of you deserve to be protected from the world's projections. Your silence is not emptiness, it's protection. Your restraint is not fear, it's wisdom. There is nothing impressive about oversharing. There is nothing noble about emotional exposure without boundaries. And there is no freedom in needing to be understood by everyone. Real freedom is walking through the world with a calm mind, a private plan, and an unshakable peace, knowing that not everyone deserves access to your truth. Keep your pain sacred. Keep your goals private. Keep your money quiet. Keep your kindness anonymous. And keep your next move in the shadows. Speak less. Move more. Think deeply. And walk in silence like someone who already knows the outcome.